Welcome back. I'm going to show you how to do these 5 practice items down here. And for number 8, that one is something raised to a fractional power. So we have 3x raised to the 1/3 power equals -3. Well, that's actually the same thing as a cube root. But what you can also do is say, well, I had 3x to the 1/3 power. I want to raise that whole thing to the 3 because 1/3 and 3 are reciprocals. And when you multiply them, you'll get 1, and that's what we want. And then we're over here, we're going to have -3 to the 3rd. So this works out where this becomes 3x to the 1st power, which is just 3x, and -3 to the 3rd power is -27, and then I think you can see that we would divide by 3 to get -3. Okay, number 9. For that one, since it's a 1/2 power, I'm just going to rewrite that as the square root of x plus 6 equal to x, and square both sides because we already have a radical isolated, so that'll be x plus 6. On the other side it'll be x squared because we squared both sides. It's got a quadratic, so we'll leave it equal to 0. Put these two things on the opposite side where they're now going to be both negative. Looks like our factors are going to be 2 and 3, because with 2 and 3 we can get a product of 6 and a sum of -1 if we make the 3 negative and the 2 positive. Okay, with those factors, our solutions should be 3 and -2. And we should check those, and I can see right away that this -1 is not going to work because you can't have a square root of something turn out negative. But 3 plus 6 is 9, square root of that is 3, and that's what we would have over there. So that works. Okay, now number 10. Just so you can see better. Okay, for number 10, we have x plus 2 to the 3/4 power equals 8. So we'll take that x plus 2 to the 3/4 and raise that whole thing to the 4/3. And that means we're going to have to raise 8 to the 4/3 also. We chose 4/3 because it's the reciprocal of 3/4. You just flipped over. But when you multiply 3/4 times 4/3, you get 1. So now we have x plus 2 to the 1st power. And it doesn't need parentheses if it's just to the 1st power. 8 to the 4/3 power, that's the cube root of 8, which is 2, so it's 2 to the 4th. So 2 to the 4th is 16, and it looks like all we have to do is subtract 2, and that is 14. And we should check that. So 16, so is 16 to the 3/4 power 8? Let me just write that up here. 16 to the 3/4 power would be the 4th root of 16, which is 2. 2 to the 3rd power would be 8. So that answer checks. All right. And let me write number 11a. I'm going to put that right there. And this is 2 root of x minus 3 greater than or equal to 3. So we should add 3. So that gives us 2 root of x is greater than or equal to 6. If we add 3 to both sides, takes away the negative. Divide by 2 on both sides. Now we didn't divide by negative 2, so we don't have to turn around our inequality. So that's 3. And then to undo the square root, we will square, and it makes that 9. So our number line would be like this. Oh, you guys can't see that. Here we go. And greater than, it's going to go this way. All right, I'm going to move it over here, and so I can do 11b, and that is 4 times the cube root of x plus 1 is less than 8. Okay, so that's not quite isolated, this cube root. So we should divide by 4. So cube root of x plus 1 less than 2. And then the reverse of cube root is cubing. So now x plus 1 is going to be greater than, or I'm sorry, less than 8 since we cubed that. And then if we subtract 1, x is less than 7. Okay, so that number, let me put this number line over here. This got 7 on it. Open circle this time because that didn't include equals. And there we go. Okay. Hope to see you again on Thursday.